All right, let's talk about the do's and don'ts for Jorge Masvidal. First of all, I feel like he doesn't have to worry about the submissions because his submission game is pretty good. He pretty much showed you against Damian Maia for 3 rounds. Another thing, if you just know him from the aspirin knee, look, he has a lot more weapons than you think. First of all, him and Nate Diaz have a similarity that they both like to use the lead leg as a distraction for them to be able to come forward with that jab. But we got to understand is Jorge Masvidal has a lot of weapons, meaning his kicks are also another weapon in his arsenal. He could use a lot of those kicks in distracting Nate Diaz, and not only distracting him but hurting Nate Diaz. And while he distracts him and with the legs, he could come up and kick him in the head, similar to how he did KJ Noons. But the reason I'm giving you this example because the same thing happened to Nate Diaz when he got knocked out against Thompson. It all started from the leg kicks, and that was actually his only TKO loss. His only knockout loss. But again, Jorge Masvidal has to use his jabs. His jabs is going to be able to set up all his combinations. Another thing that a lot of people don't notice about Jorge Masvidal, he likes to use his combinations, but while he's using combinations, he likes to manipulate his opponent's limbs. As you can see here with Darren Till, he manipulates his jabbing hands and comes over with a right hand. But he also does this with kicks. When people throw kicks to the body, he's able to use his hand across his body and throw that kick across and come forward with his combinations or come forward with his own kicks. Another thing he has to worry about is when Nate Diaz pushes him against the fence. But at the same time, he has a lot of weapons because he has knocked out people with his back against the fence with an elbow. And another thing that he likes to do is he likes to use his power and use his opponent's power and come forward pretty much like similar to a car collision. So he done this with Darren Till. He done this with Ben Askren. He sets you up with the jab and he just comes over. But honestly, it's similar to how McGregor beat Nate Diaz. So I feel like Masvidal has to fight southpaw in this fight. That's how he fought another southpaw that was bigger than him and got in his range, Darren Till. So if he's able to go into come in through his jab and come in over with that left hand, he could knock out Nate Diaz or hurt him real bad. And again, like I said, he's a lot more faster. So this fight can be crazy.